Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is our From Baddie to Saved podcast. I am Jaleesa Aaliyah, of course, and this is episode 2. Today I want to get into the online world, manipulation and worshipping the devil. I know it's a bit, it's a bit wow, but I feel like it's necessary to talk about these things because these are ongoing aspects of the world and nobody really speaks about it enough. So let's start with the online world, what I've been seeing online, and it's been very concerning, especially as somebody that has worked with children in schools, and I've had such close-knit conversations with them. I've had such beautiful relationships with them, and they have come to me about specific things, and it's always under the influence of the world and what is put out there. And I found myself constantly wanting to kind of like grab that innocent child and just shake them and just be like, you need to stop. Like, don't worry about online. Don't worry about what is being promoted. Don't worry about the latest TikTok dance. Like, focus on living and being educated, So I want to talk about the online influence and what that is doing for our children. I don't have any children, but I will one day when God blesses me. And, I feel like I'm in a position of seeing what it's like in schools and how they act and why they act the way they act, seeing what they really and truly worship and appreciate in life as a young person of today, as well as being somebody that has an online presence that's been a part of contributing to the online industries. I feel like I can kind of touch on this topic because I'm quite educated and experienced. So let's go. So online, I've been seeing quite a lot of girls putting on this persona of trying to be business women, but with the stigma of only be in a relationship with a man that has everything to give them everything, or fund their lifestyle, or buy them expensive things, and just very me, give me, everything I want type of thing. And that is so wrong. Like, that is so wrong, and it's ruining it for women like myself who actually don't approach men in that way. Because obviously there's like a certain look for girls these days. We all have perfect makeup, big lashes on, the overlined lips and beauty spots, or whatever you want to call it. And we have the bust down middle part-ins to our butt. We have that same look. Every girl has the same look, and it's very hard right now to know who's real and who's not. And I did fall into that category of looking that way and kind of feeling like that was me as a person, as in if I woke up and I was like just in my natural state with my natural hair, no makeup, I felt like, no, if I had a man, I'd be like, no, I need to look the part, I need to look good. Or if I was around that man or whatever, I would need to like have a wig on. Like, I didn't think he would accept me if I didn't have a wig on, because of the world and how everyone just shows their self at their best, and not when they're just relaxing and chilling. Because even the girls that come online and claim to be in their natural state, they always got a wig on. Like, it's just a thing to have that protection. It's literally a protection for us, I've realized. And I had to really come out of that. I had to come out of that mindset of being perfect all the time and just being real. Because, do you know what? It's actually mad. I just remembered, like, when I was in school, I wasn't into wigs yet, but I did get like a sew-in. And I remember, like, anytime I wanted to go to the shop, had to put on a face of makeup just to the shop. Like, as in, I am not going anywhere else. I'm not stopping off anywhere else at all. I'm going to the shop and back home. But I was putting on a whole face of makeup in case a boy... Sorry, I have to laugh. In case I bumped into my crush or a boy that was interested in me. Like, I couldn't get caught lacking. That's what I was saying to myself. I was like, no, I'm that pretty girl that cannot be caught lacking. Like, you're gonna see me perfect by any means necessary. That's how I was, and that is not a good way to go about life. That teaches you to be insecure about yourself. That teaches you to have these unattainable expectations for yourself, and that goes hand in hand with relationships. Like, your power will only be in your image and not for who you are under that facade. And yeah, man, I feel like online is really promoting that baddie lifestyle, that, or if he hasn't got a Mercedes or Range Rover, whatever all the other cars that people care about are, you know, because I don't know all of that stuff. I'm not really educated about cars. Like, I can't lie, I don't care what car a man has as long as he has one, just because I'm a pedestrian and I don't really want to be a pedestrian with my man, so that's why I have that mindset. However, if my man did not drive, that's not a problem. Like, that doesn't make or break us. That doesn't, as long as we are both actively trying to reach that goal to drive or get a car, you know, like, because I don't want to be a passenger princess forever. Like, I don't, like, believe it or not, your girl does not want to be a passenger princess forever. I just enjoy, because, you know, the whole aspect of being in danger is not in my control. Like, at the end of the day, when you get on an airplane, you can be in danger anyway, so nothing is ever in your control. But it just feels like real daunting to be behind the wheel. Yeah, so anyway, I feel like I'm coming off the topic, so let's go back to online. Yeah, I see girls promoting, oh, if he doesn't do this for you, and if he doesn't give you this, and if when you meet him he doesn't pull up with these flowers, and da 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 da, like, it's just constantly being put out there, constantly conditioning the children, the young girls, the young guys to, like, have to do those things. And it's just like, you're low-key teaching people that cannot afford it to try and afford it and be in debt. Like, that's not right. That doesn't even make sense, and I don't even know how we got here. If I'm truly honest with you, I don't know how we got here. I don't know when it became a thing to just be so self-absorbed and all about yourself all the time and not about the person. Like, what if that guy cannot give you that? What if that guy is unable to afford those things for you? Like, what then? Does that make him inadequate? Does that make him less of a man? It doesn't. Like, everyone's at a different stage of life. Everyone can afford different things, so it just doesn't make sense to try and persuade people to only reach that or attain that when it's not a real thing. Like, at the end of the day, if you really love someone and you really are down for them as you say you are, it shouldn't matter what they have. It just should be about us coming together and working towards bigger goals together. Like, he doesn't have to have it all together. The girl doesn't have to have it all together, you know? That's not real. That's not normal. We're all on different stages. Sometimes you could be on a good path and then something goes wrong and then you lose it all. Then what? You're going to leave that person because when you first met him, he had it all, and then something happened, now he doesn't have it all. You're going to leave him? Is that what you're saying? Like, make it make sense, please. Like, make it make sense. So I don't understand what's going on with the online world. I don't understand why everybody wants to be a Megan Thee Stallion, a Cardi B, and, you know, it doesn't really make sense. Or a JT, you know, city girl vibes. Like, that is not the look. Like, these girls were like that because they were either strippers or went into some kind of dark industry that caused them to change their ways and become like that and to promote that. And they only promote that because that's what they came from, that's what they know. And to be honest, them as an artist, or them now that they are famous or well off in life, they don't even want to be that. They just have to put it out there because they know it trends. Like, come on, it's time to wake up, girls. Like, not everything you see, hear, consume is real, okay? It's there to make you ruin your life while they gain off your life, literally, because they win when you consume. And when you become and you promote, it just brings in more money for them because they get to see the influence they have on the world, and they get to see that generations upon generations are growing up to be gold diggers. And that's mad, that's crazy. I would be very upset and sad if my beautiful daughter grew up that way. Like, I would be really upset. So yeah, that's crazy. But this is how I feel like manipulation comes into it, because, you know, you could be looking that way and unknowingly you're promoting that kind of sexualized version of yourself, and then you meet guys that only want to treat you in that manner because of how you look. And then, you know, even though your heart is pure and you mean well and you actually want a good man and you actually want a good life for yourself, you don't want to be treated like an option, or like, okay, I'm gonna use her and pass her to the next. Like, you don't want to be that girl. But because of the image that's out there and you fit into that box because of how you present yourself, you're now being treated that way. And, you know, manipulation can start to affect you, and you can start to conform to things that you didn't even want to conform to. Like, you can start to just accept things because you realize, okay, in order for this person to like me, in order for this person to show me affection, I have to do this and this and this, like, which is insane. It's insane, but it's really happening. Like, girls are out here feeling like, oh, this man really loves me because we did this and this, and it led to us having this beautiful, amazing experience at the Shard or at Nobu, or, you know, all of the other ones, Sexy Fish, whatever. Like, just because a guy takes you somewhere doesn't mean he wants to have you in his life forever. He could just be doing that to gain. He could just be doing that to keep you around. Like, you should be focusing on the guys that aren't doing that and are instead able to give you a pure experience that lasts long. Like, going to a restaurant doesn't last long, it's just in that moment. Like, you can't keep that experience and play it over and over again. I would rather receive something heartfelt or have a really beautiful moment with my person. I would rather that, and just like enjoy their time in a very heartfelt, beautiful, even romantic way that just like sticks with me, because I will return to my home and just be like, oh my gosh, like, that was so deep, that conversation was so amazing, oh my gosh, I know this about him now, he knows this about me now, I feel heard, I feel seen, I feel understood. I feel like that's what matters in a relationship. That's what we should be chasing when it comes to relationships. Like, we're not chasing, oh, he bought me this bag, he bought me that, he bought me this, oh, he took me here. Like, yes, we all love a holiday, we all love an experience, because that's a real thing. Like, you get to see somewhere and experience it with someone, that's beautiful. So I'm not disregarding anyone getting flown out, but like, if it's a flown out for undercover reasons, then I don't agree with it. I'm sorry. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with meeting up with a guy because he said he's gonna fly you somewhere. That's mad. That's insane. That's not normal. That's degrading. That's the lowest of the lowest that you could do. You might as well be a prostitute. Like, you might as well do that. You might as well tell him to pay for your time, because why else would you have to use a man for an experience? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm not saying it's just girls that do it. I'm pretty sure guys use women for stuff too, but yeah, that's another story, and I don't feel like I can speak on that because I've never been a sugar mama. I ain't never been no sugar mama. I've been overly generous to people, but yeah, that was in a relationship, so that's different. Like when you're in a relationship, especially for like 4 years or whatever, you're gonna want to do something nice for someone. You're gonna hear them say, oh, I want this, so you do it for them, like without them knowing and things like that. That's what you do because that's love. But I mean, just like talking to someone and whatever they want you give them, that's a bit whoa, what are we doing here? Like, you know, because we're not even in a relationship, we're not engaged, we're not getting married, so sorry. Like, well, what are we doing that for? It's not making sense. So anyway, I go on to the last topic, which is worshipping the devil. Okay, this one is a bit of a weird one, like, because people don't even know they're doing that. But honestly, we live in a world that is of sin. It promotes sin, whether you like it or not, whether you want to admit it or not. It is all about sin. We are constantly faced with movies, music videos, everything telling us to, oh, sleep with that person's man and take that person's man and, you know, beat her or ping with somebody. Like, it's constantly promoted to go out, show off your assets and lure people in, and once they get what they wanted, leave them. That's what we're being told. You know, we're told to take what he has, use people, abuse people, overly sexualize ourselves. It's okay to cheat. It's okay to, you know, do extreme things that you wouldn't normally do or you wouldn't even want someone to do to you. But we're out here singing real ass, give a better, big wrecking bag up 5-6 stripes on my, so he cut this. You know, why are we doing this? That's not cute. That's not okay. Like, why are we promoting our bodies that way? Why are we saying, yeah, if you like me, you finna pay? Like, I don't understand it. I grew up with reggae music, really powerful music that made you love yourself, made you love being black, made you love being of a certain culture. You know, it made you, if you're Caribbean, it made you love being Caribbean. If you were African queen, then it made you love being an African queen. Like, I grew up like that, so I've always valued myself. I always loved myself, but I didn't know the dangers of online and manipulation and the real hidden meaning behind songs that were telling me to kind of worship the devil, which is darkness, which is dark energy, which is anything violent, anything nudity focused, anything that just wouldn't honor God. And I had to find out the hard way. I had to find out the hard way. I had to fall into the trap, become that person, embody that person, and then realize, hold on, I didn't know how to be anyone else, you know? The music was telling me it was cool to smoke, so I was smoking. Like, I was smoking. Even if I didn't feel like I wanted to, I just felt like, oh, I haven't smoked today, let me smoke. Do you know what I mean? Like, imagine having that mentality that you have to sit in your room and think to yourself, did I smoke today? Oh, I haven't, let me do it. Even if I'm in a state of mind and relaxation with myself and I know I don't even need to, but I'm going to do it anyway because I haven't done it today. Like, do you understand the power that has over you when you have to do stuff like that? It's a bit crazy. And then from smoking turns to being sexual because it activates certain emotions and feelings in your body that make you want to be active. So not only was I consuming the need to be high and smoke and lean on that to have fun and be comfortable and confident, it then turned into smoking, getting high, and wanted to have sex. Like, is that crazy? That is crazy. I think that is crazy. And I thought that was normal for a lot of my years, and many people that had a chance with me or got a moment with me could have happened mostly because I was high and I thought I wanted to And really and truly, I didn't. I actually didn't. But because I was high and it activated that feeling, so when someone now touches on your flower, you're gonna be activated, you're gonna want to do it, you're gonna want to be like, oh yeah, and then from there you can get addicted to pornography. You just go you just go into a whole rabbit hole, honestly. Worshipping the devil and dark energies can put you in a really messed up position where you don't even know who you are without those things. Taking away smoking, taking away the need to touch yourself or have someone else do that to you. It's oh my gosh, you start to realize I crave it too much, or I'm just led by that in life, and it's just what on earth? It's a what on earth moment where you have to sit with yourself and be like, what is going on? Why can I not function if I don't do these things? Why can I not be happy if I don't do those things? And yeah, it's really sad, and it just gets you so quickly. That's the thing. I went from being a non-smoker, I barely drank because I don't like to drink. I don't like the taste of alcohol. The only drink I would like is cocktails. I'm a cocktail girl. But yeah, I had to stop drinking, stop smoking to really hear myself again. I couldn't hear myself. I wasn't connected to myself. I was just connected to the girl that put on the wig, put on the makeup, put on the tight outfit, and was adored and admired, and that people would clap their hands for me. People would appreciate me and be so nice to me when I was in that image. But when I was normal, nobody cared. If I came out with my real hair, nobody would say anything nice to me. They would act I'm out of character, which is so messed up, but that's how it was. If I had a baddie look and I was bust down, everything right, people yes girl, you look good, do your thing, yes girl, baddie, ooh yeah, she's arrived. They love that. The world is designed to love that. But when I come out with my natural beauty and I'm just girl, you better watch out. It was given that, and people was not feeling it. People was not feeling the Lauryn Hill. They was not feeling that. So it's a bit crazy, it's a bit wild, but that's how life got for me. And yeah, that's why I wanted to talk about that today, because it is so difficult, it's so hard to be happy, in this world, because we're being told to be those ways, and that is not the way. So please everybody, please let me save you the downfall of your life, and try your best to just turn the other cheek and get back to yourself. If you have lost yourself in any way, please try to find yourself again. It's going to be hard, it's going to be difficult to unlearn those habits, to unlearn those ways that you grew comfort in, but I promise you it's the way forward. I promise you you'll have such a beautiful life when you return back to yourself and you get to a position where that outside world and everything that is not of God does not affect you anymore, and you can just be you naturally and glow and shine as the light you were born to be. Okay, so yeah, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for tuning in to the second episode. If you would like to share your story, please email me your story. The email will be on the screen. If you're listening by audio, the email will be on my Spotify page. Please look out for that, or my social media platforms. I'll have the email in the bio so that you can share your story. Thank you very much for listening, and that is all for today.